far on that one side.
Hang on, okay.
Do it, David. Do it. Fix it.
I'm happy to do this. Okay, I have to move the whole camera. Yes.
No, yeah, just the camera.
Or maybe
yeah.
just tilt.
But
Or
just this way a little bit. A little more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little more. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, David.
I did it. Did we hit record yet? We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. Hey everybody, this is the Tide Pool. I'm David. That's Roman. That's Alejandra. We're about to watch the Tomb Raider trailer. Have you guys seen any of the Tomb Raider movies?
I don't think I have.
I don't think I saw the.
I saw a little bit of one. Yeah, I saw part of one.
I think I saw part of the end of the second one with Angelina Jolie, and it was fine.
It was, yeah, that's what the impression I got for them.
Okay.
No one ever came to me and was like, you have to watch the Tomb Raider films.
Nobody ever mentioned them ever again.
Exactly, but
Like
we got
really bad
Alicia
British
Vikander in this one, and you know what I mean? She might... I was watching, and it's right here, actually, Collider. Collider was talking about it, and one of the women, I guess, on Collider was on set when Alicia was like doing a lot of the stunt work and stuff like that, and they were saying, she was just saying like how physical she gets in this film, and the stuff she does is really, really badass. So I appreciate her as an actress. Obviously, don't know her as an action star, but so I'm really...
Good choice.
I just think it pulls me in. That actress alone, like the franchise, I could care less about, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the actress, and we'll see what the trailer does.
The video games went through kind of a little renaissance recently, where like for a long time they were one thing, and then they came out with one a couple of years back, where everyone was like, "Oh, this game's awesome now!" Like they revitalized it. So maybe that'll translate into the movie.
The first great video game movie. I don't know. Okay.
That would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Let's watch it.
Let's raid some tombs.
Will she?
Do you think she'll raid a tomb? I hope she will.
If you're gonna call the movie Tomb Raider, she probably will raid a tomb.
Pretty literal name, isn't it? Let's see.
Maybe it's like a present day tomb, like in like Forest Lawn Cemetery. It's like Michael Jackson's tomb.
It's a little bit problematic, the name, because tombs should probably not be raided.
Well, that's why she's always getting into trouble.
That's true.
Laura.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's do it.
Lara Croft.
Running.
Laura. Surname?
Lara
Croft.
What? Square Enix.
Laura, your father's gone.
So she's like a
You
Batman.
can pick up where he left off.
Yeah.
I see so much of him in you. Brilliant.
Hello, Sprout.
Oh.
If you're listening to this, then I must be dead. I found something. A tomb called the Mother of Death.
He's gonna raid it.
If Trinity succeeds,
Nice.
our world is in danger. Promise me you will stop them.
I promise. I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
It will be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
He's gonna die for sure. It'll teach her a valuable lesson.
He jumped the boat. He jumped ship.
No, don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
That's insane!
You shouldn't have come here,
Oh, she made it.
but I'm glad that you did.
Oh, I love that guy!
Walter Goggins?
He's so good.
I think.
Yeah, it is him.
Okay.
What do you know about my father?
He is good.
I see the likeness. The recklessness.
That's what it's
Close the tomb
Bad
once
guys
and
like to
for all.
whisper.
The fate of humanity is now in your hands.
Oh. Ooh.
Pickaxe jumping, very good. Very true to the game. Huh.
Can't be too careful these days. The world has gone bloody mad.
I'll take two.
Okay,
Whoa!
two
It's got some great people. Oh
It does
my
have some
God.
great people. For sure, they're like, let's do a new Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
With like a badass chick.
Yeah.
There was like so
That's
much.
cool.
I was like, oh, it's like Batman. Oh, it's like James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yes,
like
Indiana
James Bond.
King
Jones.
Kong. It's like
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
It's
all that.
Yeah, it's so many. I was getting so many things from like other movies. I will say, all of it was like it looked like cool, fun action.
Yeah.
But the part that got me the most, I was like, okay, was that little scream at the end. You know what I'm talking about? That like.
That's for sure her real scream from some
Right.
stunt she did, right?
Yeah, and it was like I don't know, there was like an energy in there.
Yeah, I like that. You're right. You're totally right. There was a real energy to that felt
good.
real.
It's good.
It's not like a yell I've ever heard in a movie.
Exactly, and they knew that. They were like, that's a good fucking yell. I'm gonna put that in there.
Oh, that
But
trailer.
other than that, I was kind of like, to be seen. We'll see if
Yes.
right.
Yes. We'll hold back.
Could be awesome, but could be like another generic.
I will say, the physicality of, like you said, like seeing her do real stunts. I'm like, that seems cool. But then like the pit where there's like at the end there where she's in the tomb and there's like the spinning blade.
Yeah.
And it looked so CG'd. You
It
know, you were like,
did.
there's
It did.
like it went right over her face, and you're like, but it's not. There's nothing there. She'll be fine. But like, so if there's a lot of that, then maybe I won't be so into it. But if there's a lot more of her like doing rad stunts where she's doing crazy jumps, then
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
okay.
see.
That could
yeah.
be cool.
And you know,
fun.
good story. I mean, they gave you so much of like cool puzzles. You know what I mean? And I'm a
Da
such
Vinci
a fan
Code
of,
has
like,
Da Vinci Code in
puzzles,
there.
Yeah. And then she was like the Bruce Wayne character at the beginning, like Croft, like Bruce Wayne coming back into like, oh yeah,
The multimillionaire who owns this entire building,
exactly.
but also spends all of your time traveling the world.
I will say one part that I thought was kind of cool too is like, typically if you're a dad,
Yeah.
you're the last video to your daughter is not like, go risk your life, like please go do the most dangerous thing possible.
She has to stop
Like,
Trinity.
yeah. I know, but it's interesting, right? Because like usually, I just
Whatever
feel
that
like
is.
the stereotype isn't for like a parent to be like, my daughter, I want her to risk her life
Yeah.
for this. You know what
She's
I mean?
the only.
But-
I might be a multimillionaire.
I feel like if she is cut from the same cloth, and if she was like not that type of personality, she wouldn't have found the key. She wouldn't have found that
Little
tape.
test.
You know, but it was kind of like, oh, if you are like me, then you want that. You know, then she's that same kind of person because she found all that stuff and then found that. So, I'm assuming she found that tape after she kind of did her own like kind of, oh, I found all this stuff.
The father must not be able to trust anyone. That must be the thing. Because I'm like, if you have millions of dollars and he's clearly done all this research, you'd be like, better send this like, you know, team of my associates out to raid this tomb for me.
In the story, is she a badass because of her father, or did she become a badass on her own?
You know, I don't know. There's been so many iterations. Generally, she's a badass in her own right. There's no
Because he
like.
died when she was young, but she's probably
There is like
Right?
a whole mythology to her. Like she does come from like an aristocratic British family, and there's all this. But I think mostly it's focused. What was cool about the first Tomb Raider and the video games and everything was it's focused on badass female lead. So I don't know. I don't think it was ever much like thanks to my dad. You know, it's just like she's just like out there doing it.
Cool.
But
Well,
obviously, whatever.
I like how
She's
she
inheriting
wasn't
money.
over sexualized either, because there was just like
Oh.
Angelina Jolie, wife beater, tiny shorts, all this stuff. Everything was like flowing
put her
out,
in a
you know, and, which is
wetsuit.
fine. But I like this was like she's wearing pants because you're doing all the stuff that requires pants. So like you wouldn't want to be shorts in the jungle
Gotta
or
be in
whatever.
pants.
It was
No,
like
you're right.
she's like fit, ponytail. Like she doesn't seem. It's like she's doing her job and is still, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just she's just
like
an,
put some pants on. You're doing your job.
she's
That's
just an
stuff to
action
do.
movie star. She's
Yeah.
not like a sexy action movie star.
Yeah.
She's just an action star.
In heels or whatever, which obviously the original wasn't in heels, but
Jurassic World. Okay,
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for
Like
watching.
and subscribe.